Hey guys, War Machine back again. Right now I'm going to be unveiling a new base for Hero Monsters. It's going to be a variant of the corner base design. I'm going to go show you through a couple of the features and then start a wave and talk about it a little bit more. First off, we'll talk about the bombs. Obviously you don't need the bomb traps for the troops. And to be honest, I haven't been using hero traps for the boss. You'll see once we get going why hero traps aren't as needed in this base. But if you want to, I'd put 3 in the left, 3 in the right, and then I'd put 3 down there. You could put more down in that the back spawn entrance, but it's really optional now. We're just going to do a P just to show you how everything works. So you might see the first you'll see the first little tip and trick here. Thunder God is getting ready to proc, and 3, 2, 1. He procs on the town hall instead of your base. That's why I have like this little area of all these buildings around. So just in case Thunder God spawns on O, P, Q, he'll actually start proccing on that town hall, and he'll leave your magic towers alone if you decide that you want to do garrison magic towers. Now, this base doesn't require garrison. If you want to, go for it. If not, I'd use arrow towers, obviously. Magic towers, they kind of help clear out the dragons and the copters. But right now, you see Druid and you'll see Santa. All they do is they patrol, and then they just take everything down. I'm going to let this base or these heroes take this out, watch the pathing, and it's just free hitters, you know. The Spirit Mage and the Vlad, they've hit. PD's going to obviously hop the wall because he's melee, but they're targeting these magic towers, and they're not going to get to him at all. Here we got a back spawn. I see all the heroes working together as a team. They really do a good job. Now, as far as the hero bases are concerned, you're going to have 6 right here. It's going to be 3 on top and 3 on the bottom and 2 Vs. It's going to be very important that they are set just right, and same with the walls. This is very particular as far as how wide everything is and where the heroes are ranged at. So one wrong wall could mean that this base doesn't work. Now you see people going off to the left and people going off to the right. That's why I like to have Lad and Santa to each side, since they are just very good wave clears. And you'll notice I only have 1 melee hero. If you have more melee heroes, put them in the bottom 3 hero bases. And then your top ones are going to be ranged, just because the boss will most likely target or will most likely spawn north of the base. So that's why you want range. Otherwise, if you have melee, then if the boss spawns down on the south side, he'll actually aggro and the melee heroes will jump out. So this base was specifically designed for ranged heroes and flying heroes. You can even take PD out. I obviously don't have a Cupid, so you could take PD out, put Cupid in, and this base will work really good for you. I have Grizzly Reaper in there. He's going to be a really good free shardable hero. That's actually a really good tanker. I have 4 or 5 life drain on him, and he does a really good job of just clearing out all the copters, and then he'll come out and he'll clear that Cupid out on occasion as well when he has to. He'll come up there, You got Cupid, you got Grizzly up there, and that boss should be targeting that Grizzly Reaper. And I don't have slowdown on Grizzly. I have a sprint just so he can help get north and clear out your Cupid and your Grizzly. But as you can see here, PD never gets targeted, so he's the first one to jump out, and he just gets his stacks up, and that boss doesn't even make it halfway to the entrance. You'll notice anytime the boss spawns even remotely outside, like here, or even if the boss spawns right here, he won't even make it to the entrance. Your back spawns would be about the only iffy whether or not you'll have to use bombs or not. And even that, I noticed I do usually a pretty good job of taking the boss down before he even gets to the bombs. A couple other tips, hints, tricks. I put Druid next to Santa, obviously, because he doesn't... A life drain Santa would be just amazing, but I don't have him. So I got Druid next to Santa, so he stays alive. Vlad's going to take care of himself. If you have a Cupid, I would take Spirit Mage out and put Cupid by Vlad, just because Vlad is a very good bodyguard. He likes to tank, and he likes to clear out a lot of waves. Grizzly Reaper, he's actually one of the better heroes that I like for this base. If you have a Multanica, I'd probably switch him out, obviously. And Multanica would do a really good job of wave clear up top, especially a life drain Multanica. Now, a couple other things. What waves is this good for, It all depends on your heroes. It's going to be good for O, P, Q, and R, depending on your heroes. Since all those have centaur bosses, this base works really well for anybody that has to walk. Now, with that being said, on R wave, I believe it's R4. It's really a tough wave. It's got Multanica, Cupid, Grizzly, Copters, and Dragons, I believe. So not only will you obviously need the ideal HBM team, which is Druid, Cupid, Multanica, Vlad, Santa, and then you can use PD as well. But I would also have Vlad switch spots with Multanica and have Vlad tank the Multanica, take the dragons, just because he can clear out so much junk right away. Whereas Grizzly Reaper, he's a really good tank for these lower levels like O and P, just because there's just one Cupid and one Grizzly and then some dragons. It's not too much for Grizzly to handle. But once you get to Q and R, that's when it starts to get a little bit hairy. My Grizzly Reaper on Q does a pretty good job, but only because he has life drain, I believe. Although his skill isn't very high. It's only 5 and 9, I believe. But the top is definitely your best bet is going to be a life drain ranged hero. But this base right here, this is specifically for PD. PD almost never gets targeted, ever. So if you always need PD to get revved up to get that boss on slowdown, he's very good right there. As far as slowdowns go, I have 5 heroes with 1 of 5 slowdown. If I was to actually invest in upgrading some of the crests, I'd put 2 of 5 slowdown, maybe a 3 of 5 slowdown on Druid, and then I'd put a slowdown on Spirit Mage, or if you have Cupid, or put on Vlad. Just 1 on each side, and you could probably get by with just a slowdown on Druid and a slowdown on a Cupid. Because of how long the pathing is, they'll hit them for so quick, and then PD will jump out and actually start stacking without any interruptions, and the boss is he's just toast by then. Anyways, I thought I'd share this with you guys. Been working on it for a little bit. I hope you guys have a lot of success with it, and we'll see you later.